Hey, it's Matt with the New West Guys. I'm going to take a minute to talk to you about why I think realtors and clients should not be enemies. We should all be on the same team. But also take a second to give you a quick market update because every time somebody sees me, they ask, what's going on with the market? Okay, so quickly, detached houses, we don't make any more of them. They are still highly competitive. They are still very difficult to buy. Do you have to buy them with no conditions, no inspection? Generally, the answer is yes. Sometimes there's an exception to every rule. You can do a pre-inspection. There's a lot of different things that go into our strategy around buying a house, but there's so many of you out there in the world, in the Metro Vancouver, that want to buy one. Is extremely competitive. Entry-level condos are competitive because all of our young people are like, you know what, I need to get into this real estate game. So they're pretty active. Everything in between is a little different. The 3-bedroom townhouses, things that suit families well, families that just realize that a detached house probably doesn't make a lot of sense for them, but they do need a bigger space. Those townhouses also very, very competitive. And we expect this competition to continue through to our typical slowing down point of the middle of December. Until then, I expect a lot of activity. Right now, people are trying to get a deal closed to move before Christmas. And once we get closer into, the middle of November, at that point, everybody is saying, before Christmas is too early, I'll move in January. You want to talk more about any of that, of course, get in touch with us, and we're very happy to help and build a plan for you. And that plan might be a next year plan. We're talking with lots of people right now about a next year plan, and that's perfectly fine. We're happy to hear from you and happy to work with you. And that's an important part about what I wanted to talk about today, about working with you and being on the same team, because I've had a few interesting reminders recently. One being that I had to unsubscribe from someone in the industry. We get our coaching newsletters and different companies that want to help support us and how we engage with our clients. And it was constantly this idea of, I'm oversimplifying it, but they're like, how to manipulate the person on the other side of the table and trick them into hiring you. I never want to experience that. And you shouldn't have to experience that. You shouldn't have to bring someone into your home and think that you're on the defensive and trying to find out how they're trying to fool you and counteract that. You should feel that you really trust the person who's on the other side of the table. And the person on the other side of the table, me, should be sincere and honest and helpful. And I found that I've been doing this long enough. At first, when I was young, I was new to the business and trying to make sure that I could convince people that I was the right person to hire. And at this point, all it is what advice would I want to hear if I was going to do this? Don't worry, it's a shared office. People's phones ring. It's fine. But if I was selling my own property, if I was buying a property, how would I want to do it? Right? And that's the advice I'm going to give you, and we should be on the same team. And I find it's always disheartening when I'm sitting across the table from someone and I feel that they don't trust me. So we want to start from a place of trust. We want to be on the same team. How do we be on the same team? Well, we can't be that you're in the defensive and I'm on the offensive. We're trying to create competing strategies and find out how to defeat each other. We should be on the same team, working down the field together, progressively, maybe passing the ball back and forth. You have a little responsibility, I have a little responsibility. We have a cohesive game plan where we know how we want to do it. Do we want to be ultra aggressive on the offensive? Do we want to be a little bit on the defensive and avoid risk? We're going to build that game plan from the beginning. We're going to do that together. So I think you get the idea here is that you should never feel that you can't trust your agent. There's a lot of folks out there who talk a big game and they bring a lot of confidence, but confidence doesn't always mean competence. And you might have an agent who has maybe a more subtle demeanor and doesn't give you that same air of confidence, but maybe you feel there's some trust there. And you try to find that right balance where the person you're working with you can trust. You should never feel that the professional you hire to represent you is your enemy. In any place, any capacity, when you hire someone, you should be on the same team. You should have full trust in them where you can share your objectives, the things that scare you, the things that you want to achieve, and they can help you create different plans. I have plenty of different ways of doing this. And if I understand you and where you want to go, we can help make a plan that's going to feel comfortable for you and achieve those goals and reduce risk as much as possible. There's plenty of risk out here in the marketplace. Real estate is so expensive. We can try to create a plan that works for you, works for your goals. Give us a call, email, whatever it is. We're the New West Guys. We're happy to help. I'm Matt, my partner Jeremy, and we definitely want to be a part of building a plan for success for you. Thanks for watching.